Hi guys, so I haven't filmed a video in a while, and there's actually a reason to that. My grandma actually had a stroke, so since I'm not in like regular school and I'm just home, I actually went to take care of her, but I actually forgot my computer, so I couldn't edit or upload any videos. So that's why I haven't been online for like 2 weeks. I have had my phone, so like I've still been like commenting and trying to reply to comments as much as I could, like on her computer, and it just, yeah, it's all like a cluster mess. But she's doing better now, if you were wondering. It was a mini stroke, which is like considered a TIA, I believe. So, but she had double vision, so she definitely needed someone to watch over her until it cleared up. So that's what I was doing. So forgive the absentee. So actually, I haven't done a wrap up in 2 months, so we're going to do the March and April wrap up right now. And I read 16 books in March and 7 in April. Yeah, I'm not on my game right now. So the first two books I read in the month of March were The Proposition by Katie Ashley. This is what it looks like. And The Proposal by Katie Ashley. These books are adult and they follow this girl named Emma, and she really is like her thing clock, the when you can get pregnant. She's like 30. So she wants to like get pregnant, and this guy offers, but it's just a weird story, but it was a good story. And they have another book with like spin-off characters, which I will definitely be checking out at one point. And both those books were 4 out of 5 stars. There were some things I didn't like about it, but overall it was a pretty good series. The next book I read is My Sweetest Escape by Chelsea M. Cameron, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. This is the second book in My Favorite Mistake, and it is, if you remember the girl that's like going to be a nurse, it's her sister's story, and it's really cool, and like you still get to see the old characters, and yeah, it's just, some of the old characters annoyed me, and I wasn't expecting that, and it was really weird, but yeah, it's cool. So, yay. This one, though it's not on my Goodreads page, is a reread for me because I'm starting to read the second book in the series, and I just kind of wanted to remember the characters a little bit more. And this is Broken by Kelly Elliott, and I'm definitely a big fan of Kelly Elliott, but we also have like this love-hate relationship. And I don't know, I feel like that way with like a lot of authors, that like I love their books, but like when I think about it, like I hate it at the same time. And yeah, but this one was like a 4.5 out of 5 stars, if not like 5. Yeah, it's a really quick book for me. I don't know why I flew through it because it's like 400 pages and it's just crazy. So yeah, that is this. I'm not going to explain these as much as I usually would just because there's so many books to go through since it's a 2-month wrap up. This is Deceiving Lies by Molly McAdams, and this is the second book in like the Lies trilogy, I guess. The first book is Forgiving Lies, and it's about this guy that's a cop and this girl, and the guy's undercover, but she doesn't know it, and they start a relationship, and when she finds out, stuff goes down. And this one is a sequel to that, so, and it's by Molly McAdams, so I have a love-hate relationship with her. And this one was kind of like the in-between. Like, it's not like I loathe it like I do Taking Chances, but I also don't love it like I do From Ashes. So I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. The next few books I read are actually rereads to get ready for like the final, or not the final, but like the new book in the series. This is Come Away With Me, which is the first book in the With Me in Seattle series. It's got 4 out of 5 stars. This is not what is next. Fight With Me by Kristen Proby, which is number 2. And these each follow a different character that started off in the first story. So it's all good and it's fun. And this one also got 4 out of 5 stars. And then Play With Me which is the third one, I actually got 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this one just because of the characters in it. And I obviously don't want to spoil anything just because I'm so into the series that I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. So obviously, I'll leave all the links to the books down below. If the second one's mentioned, the first one will also be linked down below, and the second one, and it will be clearly stated that which one it is. So if you need that, you can. And then the next one is Rock With Me by Kristen Proby, which I also gave 4 out of 5 stars. I take that back. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And then Safe With Me by Kristen Proby, which is still in like the reread section, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars too. And then the new one came out, which is Tied With Me, which is not my favorite, so I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars. But I'm really excited for the other ones in the series. There's only 2 books left and 2 characters, and I'm really excited, and yay. The next book I read is Seeing Stars by J. Sterling. There we go. And I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, but it rounded up to 4 stars on Goodreads. It was okay. Even she explained that this was just meant to be like a light read and not something taken seriously, like that would ever be like someone's like one true favorite novel, because it is just so unbelievable in a way, and it's just, it was a good light read, I guess. And the next two are Collide by Gail McHugh and Pulse by Gail McHugh. I gave Collide not 1 star. I gave it 3 stars, but I gave Pulse 4. Now the first book, it was just so frustrating. There's a lot of like cheating, and it's an adult book, so I'm like, no, I don't do well with cheating to begin with. That's why I've never been like a fan of like the triangles that like two of them are like a really serious relationship and the other one's like single and trying to go after them. It's just not my thing. But this one had like, I don't know, like I was like, I'll give it a chance. And at the end of the first book, I'm just like, I need to read the second one. And yeah, that was pretty much what happened. And I guess the second book kind of did redeem itself for the series, but not entirely. This next book just came up in my Kindle recommendations thing, and I'm like, it's 99 cents, I'll give it a shot. And it's Revenge #1 by J.J. Knight. And it was just a really weird story, and like it was about like this guitar player but this girl, and it didn't really explain what was going on, and then ended at the weirdest cliffhanger. And like it's like a novella too. I didn't know that. I wouldn't have paid 99 cents for it if I knew it was a novella. Then I'm like, I guess I'll check out the second one. So this is Revenge #2. They pretty much have the same color, just in different positions of almost kissing, and I guess this is considered new adult-ish. I don't know. And later on, you'll see I read the third one. But the first one, as I said, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And then the next one actually got 2 out of 5 stars. It was just not good. But they leave on a cliffhanger that you can't handle, and you just need to know what happened next. And I guess that's how authors get you in. And then I read Stranded in Paradise, which is the third book in the Kihanna Saga by Marcy Amari. And this one I gave 4 out of 5 stars. It was kind of what I felt like was an in-between book for the series. It was just kind of getting to the next one, but it was still really good. It just had slow moments, so it wasn't able to be 5 stars. And then this is Break Me by Amanda Heath, and the first book is Make Me, and this is the second book, and it is Royal's story. And I actually really enjoyed Royal's story. I believe I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, just because there are some things that I didn't agree with in this book, but for the most part, I really did enjoy it. I seem to like Amanda Heath's writing, and I'm definitely going to check out more that she writes. And then this next one, I have no idea where it came from. It was just there and on my Kindle, and I guess it must have been free. It was Teasing the Billionaire by Krista Lakes. I feel like it was only like 20 pages, but I read it and it was like 2 out of 5 stars. It was just nothing. I don't even know what this was. Then I read It's So Obvious, which is the 4th book in the Kihanna Saga by Marcy Amari. Now, this one, oh my god. Marcy Amari is a mean person. She left this on like the biggest freaking cliffhanger. Like they have like mini cliffhangers, but this one's like a big one. And you don't, I'm just waiting for the next one in August, which will be the last one. So if, you want to marathon a series before August and then just read the last one, this is a good one to do. It's about this girl who finds out that her dad's like this like social media kind of like Mark Zuckerberg kind of thing, and she has to go live with him, and she's like thrust into this like upper class things that she's never had to really deal with, and it's her story, and it's kind of cool. And then like there's like a stalker and stuff happens, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because it was just so good. And then reluctantly I purchased the third Revenge book, but it only got 3 out of 5 stars. It was just like, I really don't want to continue with this series, and I'm probably not going to. It's at a point that like I could take it or leave it. Like, it's cool. And this next book, I was so excited to find, and I have no idea why I have never been able to find it. Like, anytime that I've searched for it or something, and like books have mentioned this author before, and I'm just like, I want to read it. So this is Fallen Crest High by Tijan. I don't know how to pronounce it. It looks like that. And this is like a really cool story. It kind of reminded me of Megan Mead's Guide to the McGowan Boys, if you've ever read that. But it's basically about her mom who like divorces her dad, and her mom like goes to live with her new boyfriend and takes the girl with her. And there's 2 brothers that she has to like accept as stepbrothers, but like one of them's really hot, and they kind of hate each other, and it's just like this really cool story. And it's like I said, it kind of reminded me of Megan Mead's Guide to the McGowan Boys, but completely different. And it's really cool. And I really will be continuing this series. And it got 4 out of 5 stars just because I felt like it was a little too long. And Here Comes My Demise. This is the first book in the Keaton Chronicles. It is called Stalk Me by Jillian Dodd. And I had read That Girl by her, and I actually really enjoyed it. Though I did think it was a little too long, in my opinion. It was just like too drawn out, and it was just not, I don't know, it for me. But this was free, so the first book's free. Cool. It's about this girl Keaton, and her mom's famous, and she's kind of always just been like kind of laid back, and a bunch of stuff, and a lot of stuff goes down in this series, so I really don't want to say anything else, but like she ends up like getting a stalker and things happen and stuff, and this series does progress, as you will see in my next wrap up. I have read the next 2 books and I'm actually working on the 3rd one right now. But when you read the first book, it's free. Then the next one is $2.99, and then it bumps up to $4.99, and then $4.99 again, and just stays at $4.99 for the books. So that kind of sucks how they're a little bit more expensive, but I don't know. It's like a really weird, like I love this series, but I hate it at the same time. Like it like just like grasps you in, but at the same time, like I miss it, like if I'm not reading it. But at the same time, you're just like, she's so stupid. I was venting to someone about this. My dad's like, are you okay? And I'm like, not particularly. So these are all the books that I read in the months of March and April. Tell me some books that you read in these months. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, all the links to their Goodreads pages will be down below. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.